Cybersecurity threats are constantly evolving, and among the most sophisticated and dangerous are advanced persistent threats, APTs, often backed by nation-state actors. Unlike traditional cybercriminals who focus on financial gain, APT groups engage in long-term stealthy cyber espionage, cyber warfare, and intelligence gathering. These threats are persistent, meaning attackers do not simply launch a quick attack and leave. Instead, they maintain access for months or even years to extract valuable information, disrupt operations, or influence geopolitical events. APTs primarily target government agencies, critical infrastructure, military organizations, research institutions, and large corporations. Their objectives may include stealing classified information, intellectual property theft, political espionage, or sabotaging enemy networks. Understanding how APTs operate, their tactics, and how organizations can defend against them is essential in today's digital warfare landscape. APTs are typically well-funded, highly organized, and operate under the direction of nation-states. Unlike financially motivated cybercriminals who use ransomware or phishing scams to make quick profits, APT groups conduct long-term, multi-stage attacks aimed at infiltrating and compromising high-value targets. Many nation-state actors use APT groups as cyber weapons, allowing governments to conduct covert cyber espionage operations without direct attribution. Countries like China, Russia, North Korea, Iran, and the United States are known to engage in state-sponsored cyber activities. These groups have dedicated teams of hackers, malware developers, and intelligence officers who work together to launch covert cyber operations that align with national security objectives. The stages of an APT attack are more complex than those of traditional cyber attacks. The first stage often involves reconnaissance, where attackers carefully study the target organization's network, employees, and vulnerabilities. They use open-source intelligence, OSINT, phishing campaigns, and social engineering to gather information. Once they identify weaknesses, attackers move to the initial intrusion phase, often exploiting zero-day vulnerabilities, spear phishing emails, or infected software updates to gain access. Unlike regular cybercriminals, APT groups do not act immediately. Instead, they focus on establishing persistence, ensuring they remain undetected for an extended period. They achieve this through backdoors, rootkits, and hidden malware that allow continuous access to the compromised system. Once inside, APT attackers engage in privilege escalation, gradually gaining higher levels of access by exploiting misconfigurations or stolen credentials. They often move laterally across networks, accessing multiple systems to locate sensitive data. Unlike ransomware gangs that encrypt data immediately, APT groups prioritize data exfiltration, silently collecting classified documents, trade secrets, financial data, and government intelligence. This data is either used for political manipulation, economic advantage, or military strategy. In some cases, APT actors launch destructive attacks such as disabling critical infrastructure, wiping data, or launching distributed denial-of-service (DDoS) attacks to create chaos. Several notorious APT groups have been identified over the years, each associated with specific nation-states. APT-29 Cozy Bear and APT-28 Fancy Bear are linked to Russian intelligence agencies and have been involved in hacking political entities, NATO organizations, and global energy sectors. China's APT-40 and APT-41 have targeted intellectual property, defense contractors, and global telecommunications firms. North Korea's Lazarus Group is known for its financial cybercrimes, including the infamous $81 million Bangladesh bank heist. Iran's APT-33 and APT-34 have targeted oil and gas industries, government agencies, and critical infrastructure in the Middle East and beyond. The Equation Group, believed to be linked to the U.S. National Security Agency, NSA, has been involved in developing sophisticated cyber weapons like Stuxnet, which was used to sabotage Iran's nuclear program. APTs employ a wide range of attack techniques to infiltrate networks and evade detection. Zero-day exploits are among their most powerful tools, allowing them to compromise systems before security patches are released. They also use supply chain attacks, where they infect software updates or hardware components to breach multiple targets at once. Living off the land techniques enable them to use legitimate system tools like PowerShell, WMI, and remote desktop services to avoid detection. Domain fronting and encrypted communication channels help APT actors conceal their movements and prevent interception. Many APT campaigns use advanced malware, including modular trojans, rootkits, and fileless malware, which are extremely difficult to detect using traditional antivirus solutions. Defending against APTs is challenging because of their stealthy nature and long-term persistence. However, organizations can take several measures to reduce their risk. Implementing a zero-trust security model ensures that no user or device is automatically trusted, reducing the likelihood of lateral movement. Threat intelligence and proactive monitoring are crucial in identifying early indicators of compromise, IOCs, associated with APT campaigns. Security teams should deploy security information and event management, SIEM systems, endpoint detection and response, EDR solutions, and behavior-based anomaly detection tools to spot unusual activity. Regular software patching and vulnerability management can prevent zero-day exploits from being used against organizations. User awareness training plays a critical role in preventing APT intrusions. Many attacks begin with phishing emails targeting employees. Training staff to recognize and report suspicious emails can significantly reduce the attack surface. Organizations should also implement strong access controls such as multi-factor authentication, MFA, least privilege access policies, and network segmentation to limit the potential damage if an attacker gains access. Additionally, encrypted data storage, robust incident response plans, and automated forensic analysis help minimize the impact of an APT breach. International collaboration and cybersecurity alliances are also necessary to combat APTs. Governments, intelligence agencies, and private cybersecurity firms share threat intelligence to track APT activities and disrupt their operations. Initiatives such as the Cyber Threat Alliance, MITRE Attack Framework, and joint cybersecurity task forces help organizations understand emerging threats and develop effective countermeasures. As cyber warfare continues to evolve, global cooperation in cybersecurity is more important than ever. In conclusion, advanced persistent threats, APTs, and nation-state actors represent one of the most formidable challenges in cybersecurity today. Unlike traditional cybercriminals, these adversaries operate with strategic objectives, immense resources, and advanced capabilities, making them incredibly difficult to detect and combat. Organizations must adopt a multi-layered security approach, invest in proactive threat intelligence, and implement strict cybersecurity policies to defend against these highly sophisticated attacks. Cyber warfare is an ongoing battle, and as APT groups continue to evolve their tactics, defenders must stay vigilant, adaptable, and proactive in securing critical systems and data. Stay tuned.